honest with you, looking back, this is just one of the very blessing that I got, that it really changed not only financially, but changed the life for my son, because I know I have more time with him because as a stay-at-home, I mean, work from home
Mm.
mom.
Hello, and we are here for another FPPCM success stories. And here with me is the brave and beautiful May. So May, could you briefly introduce yourself and anong ginagawa mo before you joined FPPCM? What was your situation like before becoming an Amazon PPC VA?
Yes. Okay, thank you, Nina. And I'm just happy and privileged that you've chosen my story to share to our kababayans, especially those who are stay-at-home mom. Siguro makaka-relate yung mga moms na may mga anak na special needs, and also someone who also have been stayed-at-home mom and they don't know what they're gonna do next after staying at home. So that was my background actually. So, however, I used to work also in a corporate setup where I was in sales and marketing. From the Philippines, I used to work in a big corporation as well.
Mm.
But when I moved to to Dubai,
Dubai.
yeah, at first um, I worked there. Well, at that time, I was heartbroken at that time kasi. And then one of my friends said, let's go to Dubai. In 2004, at that time when I think UAE was just booming.
Mm.
And I said, okay, let's go kasi feeling ko heartbroken ako, hindi ko maayos yung pagiging heartbroken ko.
Baka mag-soul searching in UAE, gano'n.
Yeah, and I was like 31 at that time. You know, parang nandun na ako sa career ko, but then I left it because I wanted to find, yeah, probably soul searching. When I went to Dubai, and then from there I hated my job as a receptionist because tinanggap ko lang yung pagiging receptionist. But then I met someone who introduced me to a sales manager who's selling beverages. So
Mm.
at that time, I said I used to sell FMCG products in the Philippines. So I took my driving license. I in Dubai, and then I found my way being a sales executive. And then also I moved to property consultancy when I was in Dubai. So I was earning really well there. So I stayed there for 5 years, but I met my husband who is British. I
Oh.
met him from online dating.
Thank
And
you for giving us hope.
yes, of course. Madami diyan na talaga naghahanap ng ano, ng wife. But then,
Mm.
yeah, so I was in Dubai and I said, actually niligawan ko siya. Ako nagsabi sa kanya, "Pakasalan mo."
Ikaw, okay.
Sabi ko sa kanya, totoo 'to, "Pakasalan mo na ako kasi wala ka na mahanap na tulad ko." Sabi ko sa
I honor your bravery with that. Tingnan mo naman ang result.
and then, yeah, and then, when I moved here in 2010, so basically I didn't really become like a instant housewife because I wanted to also earn. And I started with personal assistant kasi may background ako ng I also tried in BPO call center here in the UK,
Okay, okay.
and I got the job. But when I got the job, it was a good pay. The people that we are calling are actually Northern UK.
Mhm.
Alam mo yung sa phone, hindi mo talaga maintindihan yung
There's
boses nila.
language barrier.
There is really language barrier kasi sa UK, kahit na English, may mga accent din sila.
Parang
So,
nag-blabber.
yeah, and I said, "Oh, I cannot do this because I wanted to have a child." I was like probably 36 at that time. And I said, I can't have this job. But anyway, I tried looking for a job. Madali tayong nakakapasok. But it didn't really came to my mind that I wanted to be a caregiver, which is very famous in the UK.
Okay.
Na pag pumunta ka ng UK, you can become a caregiver. I love giving care to people. Actually, I volunteered also to work in a caregiver to become one of the entertainers of elders. Pero hindi nangyari kasi nga nabuntis ako. And then, but I think one instance that where I was at that time and looking back, I can see na hindi kasi ako mahiyain. So, lagi akong upfront sa mga tao and I always go for interviews. Anyway, but then I got pregnant. I had a son. Of course, he's so beautiful. I can share his photo with you.
Yes,
Um,
please.
he's got special needs. Actually, he happens to have a Down syndrome, but
Mm.
he's quite very functional. But at that time, I went to hardship because I think there was a problem with my heart that I could not accept him. So it was at that time in my life that um, I just wanted to take care of him. So I stopped working as well. And then it took 8 years actually. Well, he's 8 now. Oh, it took 6 years actually. 6 years until um I finally, I said I wanted to get a job. And during the pandemic, it was during the pandemic also that I thought maybe working from home would be good. And my husband, we also had some hardship having permanent job because I think what was that year when the Brexit, he was one of those who got redundant. So there was Brexit, and then he couldn't get a job that would get him after 6 months. So 2000, yeah, and it was so hard for us. Even if you are living in the in
Yeah,
different,
that's what I thought. The expense of living there in the UK, it's so
yeah,
it's hard, lalo na pag you don't have a source of income.
yes, and I also wanted to step up being, the wife. And my son is was actually very, very functional. He loves music and he's very cariñoso. So I said, why don't we just look for a job? But working from home would be perfect for me because I can still take
Mm,
care of him, be his therapist and everything because I was his therapist, tutor, mom, kalaro because I
lahat
didn't have
na.
lahat
Super
na.
mom.
Yeah. And then after that, I said, yeah, working from home would be the best. And I was really eyeing for virtual assistant. But should I continue na how I get to know Amazon Nation? I don't know. So
Yeah, I should
that
ask
was
you
my
that.
hardship at that time.
Okay, so you've been through a lot of careers and it didn't last for long because of some
Yes.
circumstances. And now, because you have a special needs na child, you want to be a virtual assistant na you can work at the same time being a mom, watching your special needs son na mag-grow. So with that, how did you find out about ASVA?
I get to know Amazon Nation because of Mary Joy Cruisin, and also who happens to have a child with Down syndrome.
Mm.
We were in a group, group of moms kasi parang nakigrupo ako sa mga moms with children with special needs.
Okay, so it's like a Facebook group
Yes.
community of okay, good, nice.
Yes. And then I befriend her. Actually, during the pandemic kasi, we also like had a prayer group and she was one of them. She attended the prayer group because with children with Down syndrome, they're very natatakot kami for them because if at the time early days of COVID, parang takot kami kung ano mangyayari sa mga anak din namin. So Then that's the first time I spoke to Joy. And then after that, I saw that she posted an Amazon VA with 5 star as a profile pic. And I
Okay.
asked her, um, are you working for Amazon, or are you, well, actually, I wanted to know how can I become a virtual assistant like you?
Like you.
Yes. And it was, I think that was the start of the blessing that, I'm having right now. That's when I learned Amazon Nation. She sent me, I didn't know Nikki B, but that was the only time also I learned about Nikki. So just like everybody else who wanted to know more about Amazon Nation, I look for videos, testimonials. I started also subscribing with Nikki B, because she
Mm-mm.
had a lot of things to
Yeah.
share about working from home. So yeah, and I think 1.5 week after I sign up for Amazon Nation, I tried advanced first because I wanted to learn and I wanted to see what the module are all
Yes.
about. And
Mm.
then after that, I just fell in love with it. I uh, I became a stalker of Lish Aquino,
Yes, nice.
uh, binge watching most of the videos, and I love how it gives inspiration to a lot of someone like me who wanted to go back to working but I couldn't. Um, and at that time I was like 48. And I thought, meron pa ba akong career? How can I really find a good career where I can stay at home and enjoy? That's the best thing. You need to also enjoy what you're doing. So from the first module, actually, it's here in front of me because binabalikan ko yung time na yon.
Good. Mm-mm.
It was really so emotional at that time that I really felt like this is what I wanted to do. It was a love at first sight for me when I saw the modules. And all the coaches were so young, so energetic. I even remember most of them, they introduced themselves
Yeah, so beginning.
sa beginning, di ba? I just have high praises on what Lish started, because this has really given a lot to most people who are searching for a good career. And I thought Amazon. I also, well, my background also, I used to sell on Amazon,
Okay.
Amazon UK. And since I'm here,
Really?
so nagbebenta rin ako sa eBay, Amazon UK. So
All
I
right.
tried for some time on Amazon, but because it was so competitive, wala lang, parang yung hindi ko kaya mag-FBA, so kung mag-FBM ako, I really need to top up my game, and I don't know what product I'm gonna get. So, having the Amazon Nation, I sign up, na
Yeah.
sabi ko, ito na rin yung road ko.
Yeah, and
Kama
it's not far from what you wanted to do. Like if you wanted
Yes,
to upscale being an Amazon seller, you already have the community, the coaches and modules right in front of you. So it's aligning to your goal. So I guess that's what made you so emotional.
yes. And it tick all the boxes that, it's just perfectly fit for me. And I'm just so thankful for that. That's why I'm quite emotional. Anyway, so yeah, then I sign up. However, during just like I said to you, December 11 was the time I attended a webinar with Coach Dean. And
Okay.
that's when I really started to understand what PPC is. And doon ako talaga nagkaroon ng interest. So I didn't become an elite, although I was really thinking of going elite. But at that time, I remember 2 weeks. Oh, it was only 2 weeks after I signed up with Amazon Nation. I started looking for a client.
Okay. Pero you already done with the modules.
No,
Still ongoing.
yeah, because
Okay.
I really felt that I couldn't understand, at my age and not working for a very long time, I really sometimes couldn't understand, parang jargon lahat sa akin. So I thought, why don't I try to find a job? Sorry, a client.
Client.
And I look for a client on Facebook. I joined FBA sellers group chats. I read all the comments, and as I can see, there's a lot of VAs who are looking for clients there. So lalo ako na-encourage, halos lahat, siguro more than 10. And then I remember, from the top, I went down to the last part of the module. This is not a good example, but you can do ano naman tayo eh. But for
Yeah,
me, I went to
self-paced.
the last part because I wanted to see how I need to work out on my resume because I didn't know what to put there since I didn't work for a long time. So I thought my resume or CV is not going to be attractive. But also the YouTube, I learned from Lish that she also featured a lot of what to do, how to find a client. And I just started finding a client, which I got after 2 weeks, but it was for free. I gave out a free, I helped him with his listing and also looking for keywords. So what happened there, I think I also learned it from Nikki B. Well, I think she offered some small amount, but also as I read and as I learn from webinars, some people are actually doing it for free at first. So that's
Okay.
what
Is
I
it
did.
like an internship?
Yeah, somehow, it's
Mm.
like internship.
It's quite funny because the last success story I had, he was also an Amazon VA in our community. He was also open for internship. Like from there, dun niya na-hone sarili niya maging magets talaga fully ang PPC.
Yes.
Sige, go
'Cause I
ahead,
know,
Lee.
yes, because I know the module is actually showing us the seller central,
Mm.
but it's different when you get to feel
Actual na, you're doing it.
actual. Because I wanted to do that. Parang feeling ko makapasok lang ako Seller Central, magaling na ako.
Alam na lahat.
Yeah,
Yan.
because really, after 1 year, I still look at the module. I still, it's not that you have to perfect the module for you to find a client. Because even me up to now, especially in FPPCM, I still go for what I've learned from them, and I still look at the module, and yeah. So
That's amazing. So, mabalik tayo dun sa December 11 when you attended a webinar of Coach Dean introducing FPPCM. Was it the same day that you enrolled as well or nag-research or isip-isip ka muna?
nag-isip-isip pa muna ako. Tama yung thank you for that wonderful question. I now remember it was like there was a Christmas promo for you
Okay.
to sign
Oh.
up, and I did not, which I felt like I should have. Because I signed up January last year. Oh, this year. Yeah, January last year. So I'm 1 year from when I became a when I when I joined FPPCM. So yeah, but I'm already in contact with Coach Dean, Coach Jarrell, and I just love most of them because they're so generous in sharing what they
Hmm.
know. And sobrang thankful lang ako na very accommodating and very friendly everybody in Amazon Nation. Even Lish, I think I also able to speak to her. So yeah,
Alright. That's so amazing 'no, parang nag-attend ka lang tapos ayun na. But I'm curious, kasi you mentioned that medyo na-lo-lost ka sa modules ng ASVA, being an advanced student, and then nag-jump ka as 'di man jump, pero parang na-interest ka sa PPC which is yung pinakang most difficult na niche, 'di ba? So, what made you so interested in PPC among other niche of as an Amazon VA.
yes. Because I believe that PPC is the main backbone of a successful Amazon business. And for us, I think you want to be where most of the challenge is. Although I also had a stint of being a VA, it was also not as easy as it is because you have to troubleshoot a lot of issues
Yes, diba?
of the business. But with PPC, it's more of, I think, the love for data, the love that you have for strategizing the brand from being, not known to being known. Um, I love the challenge because also I believe from the marketing side of it, I wanted to see the brand grows, um, right at your very own eyes. You strategize, parang binibaby mo talaga yung brand. And I believe that PPC is really the very need of any Amazon brand to go out there para mag-scale yung business. And I wanted that challenge. So I learned from from the best, and I believe Coach Dean, Coach Marcus, and Coach Adrian, they're just one of the best. Kasi hindi mo lang nakikita doon sa ginagawa nila, but you can see how they're also successful as PPC managers.
Wow. I love your answer, candidate number 10. Talagang I believe and with emotions.
Thank you, Nina.
And it's good that, 'di ba, like, I think a lot of aspiring Amazon VAs would super relate to you. Kasi kahit ako din, no, na I had a difficult time with the modules as well, especially the technical stuff. And you, doesn't matter kung anong age pa, you were very confident and brave because you know how yung value ng PPC and your love for data and numbers, I guess, nag-add pa. Ayan, sige May. So, after nung, di ba, your journey as an FPPCM student, was it your first client na yung sinasabi mo na nahanap mo sa Facebook? Or did you search for another, client? And how did you win that client? Could you share your strategy with us?
Yes. Well, yeah, first of all, I followed everything what also the module told us. You have to sign up with LinkedIn, sign up with online jobs, PH. Did I mention I'm based in UK? So
Yeah.
nahirapan ako to sign up in online jobs because most of the people are actually based in the
Oh,
Philippines. But what happened there, I really need to. So parang naisip ko, lahat ng tao, ine-expect pag nandun ako sa online jobs, in-expect nila nasa Philippines ka. So
mm.
the salary is really a little
Oh.
bit.
Oo, hindi siya suffice pag nasa UK ka.
Oo. So I try to find direct to clients on my own. So I use LinkedIn, I use FBA, Facebook. I really introduce myself. I message them. I PM private message them, which I thought hindi nagwo-work pag private message mo sila. So what I did is to, during the group chat, if there's a problem, I will input something.
Okay. You will
And
add
then
value to the community.
yes, I will just text something that will help that question be addressed, and there's something to do with what I do. But sabi ko, hindi kasi nagwo-work yung nag-i-introduce ako ng sarili ko eh. So why don't I answer, you know, be involved in the community, and then that's the time they will ask me privately, which I did. I had two clients who actually introduced themselves that they wanted to sell on Amazon, but they don't know how. He was in Australia that time. So this one is really someone who has the budget, but actually don't know how to go with it. So spot on, sabi ko, uy, bagong client. That was even a month after I joined Amazon Nation.
Mm.
But because I didn't want to, so what I did is to sales pitch. I did the pitch on what brand. I showed him my product research, yung product research mismo na nagamit
Yung
ko.
assignment. Yung assignment mismo sa ASVA present mo.
Yes, yun
And to
mismo.
think, yeah, and to think, di ba, may nag-check din nun. Okay, and then?
Yeah, and he was so happy. He was really very impressed because even there was I put in what kind of an because I'm more of the marketing side. I'm more of the branding side. So I wanted to give him the brand. So nagbinigyan ko na siya kung what the future is for that brand. So ginamit ko yun, nag-sales pitch ako, and then he liked it. So we started, and just like that, I also searched for or source for a supplier, which I used also from the module.
Para puro A to Z from the beginning, ikaw na ang gumawa.
Oo, tapos yun, nagustuhan niya. So, nagamit ko talaga yung module from A to Z. After that, I started also kasi yung one client na yun, hindi ako nag-stop. Meron pang isa pa. She is from Texas, but hindi nag-flourish yung
Business.
nag-pitch din ako sa kanya, binigyan ko rin siya ng product research. Kasi nga from the FBA group chat, nakikita nila doon na 'di ba ang dami do'n, may mga taga Pakistan, Indian, and kung
Mm.
saan-saan. But maybe because they can see that yung sagot ko hindi ako nagbebenta, hindi ako masyado aggressive na ini-introduce ko yung sarili ko na
Okey.
to get me. So yun yung naging style ko. Kaya sa tingin ko
Parang
maraming
parang you're not hard selling yourself, you're just showing that you know something. And then
yeah.
na-gain nila yung trust mo na, this person is something valuable, hire ko nga 'to.
Yeah, and siguro nakita nila friendly daw ako. I think
Mm.
one of the things that they mentioned also is parang friendly, eh. Kasi siyempre, they wanted someone who they can trust because they're willing to invest money, but they needed someone who that they can trust. So I
Gotcha.
think they saw that in me, and thankfully na nakita naman nila yon. And yun ang pinaka first two clients ko talaga na nagbayad. At yung Australian na client ko, hindi siya nagbayad, but I offered profit share.
Mm.
So,
Okey.
nakikita ko na kung saan ko gusto, eh, from that moment. And as a PPC, I also started looking for a job using LinkedIn. LinkedIn, up to this moment, is one of the things that I'm so thankful for, because not only headhunters or recruiters are going to look for you, but also the Amazon sellers, they're all in there. You just need to be a little bit more active to find your client on LinkedIn. And then another one, I also, I think within a span of 3 months, I had four clients because
You've
I was
done
very,
4 clients, all PPC or different niche?
one is virtual assistant and PPC
Mm.
because she's from Singapore. But what I did, this is using Upwork. What I did in Upwork is I offered being an account manager, but also since I started PPC, I told her I'll take care of her PPC for the very first time. And I told her because I thought, she was a bit friendly. I also proposed as a PPC manager that even if I'm a student at that time, I also wanted to to give her some advice for her PPC. Yes, I think the best thing is wag tayong matakot sa mga kung whether may alam tayo or wala. It's not that you're pretending to be someone that you're not. But for me, I think it's more to do with just as long as you know the basic and the most, the foundational about handling an Amazon business, it is more to do with ano rin eh, yung lakas mo ng loob eh.
Oo, yeah.
So, I think marami ako nun. Kaya siguro hindi ako nahihiya. But yeah, like you said, within a span of 3 months, meron akong apat na clients at that time. Although hindi pa siya yung katulad ng iba na I have to correct that. I think
Okay.
nung una, kasi ngayon apat yung clients ko, but when I started, within a span of 3 months, meron ako talagang solid na dalawa then nag-flourish siya more nung naging FPPCM ako. Kasi I also send out resumes. I use LinkedIn, Upwork, and also most of the time talaga active ako mag-share ng or even mag-forward, mag-repost ng mga LinkedIn FPPC or PPC stuff. Kasi that's where they will also know that you're studying, you know more mostly about PPC. So ganun ang ginagawa ko. And also with FPPCM, we have a group. It's very active. We are in a very fun, loving, generous community in FPPCM na kahit na malayo ako sa kanila, I know them from afar because in Discord, we are quite active. You can you can ask anything. I think
Questions.
yeah, because I was batch 9, so not a lot of people at that time pa. And then at that time, they would share if there are job opportunities. So for my first PPC stint, I joined an agency and it's Salary Interactive, where most of the PPC people na mga leaders ngayon, team leaders, and those who are doing well as a freelancer, used to work. It's called Seller Interactive. It's an agency from Canada. Nung naging Seller Interactive ako, nag-focus na lang ako doon. Pero may ano yan eh, may kwento. Ang
Mm.
sweldo ko was the same sweldo as what Filipinos are given
Oo.
in the Philippines. So medyo nagkaroon kami ng problem ng husband ko because mababa. For PPC managers here in the UK, they're earning at least £30,000 per annum. It's probably around £2,000 per month.
Oh my
But
God.
what I was getting from Seller Interactive was £350.
Baba.
But I was willing
For the learnings.
for the learnings.
True.
And even during Seller Interactive, I was still active in Upwork. I was still trying to find more clients, which I did. And I was earning, siguro all in all, with Upwork, the first 6 months with PPC, I was earning around, let's say, $800 to $1,000 within 6 months. But during this Seller Interactive, I was also looking for other jobs as a PPC manager. But here na sa UK. Kasi tingin ko okay na yung stepping stone ko sa
Yeah, meron ka ng mga technical stuff na background. Tapos somewhat naman na yung mapapantay yung cost of living.
Yes,
Talagang, 'di ba? Kasi since you're from UK.
yes. So thankfully and thank God, natanggap ako sa isang company. It's actually a brand. It's Ted Baker, London. Talagang nandun talaga yung masyashock ka sa offer because they offered me 35,000 per annum, which is I was earning £2,500 per month.
Per month.
So, yes. So sa Philippines, paano
Naku,
ba?
how much kaya ang conversion? Ayan na yung salary reveal ni
Naman,
May.
I know it's 67 eh. Pero yeah,
Just
it
one
was
client pa lang yan.
one client pa lang because
Okay.
also I was still active with Upwork. I was still looking for other clients as a freelancer with Upwork kahit may isa akong so it's 167,000 pesos.
Mm. Oh, that's
So
already big. Okay.
it is really big even here. It is very big because sabi nga ng kaibigan ko na nurse, for you to get that salary, manager ka na ng isang ward.
Oh, I see.
Oo,
In UK.
in UK.
Alright.
So,
Pero
sobrang saya
ikaw,
ko.
in your case, you are just working from home and you're, at the same time, parang inaalagaan mo pa special needs na anak mo.
Yes. And they're giving so much also for me as an employer. Sobrang napaiyak talaga ako noon because the office is actually in London. So bayad pa nila ang train ko papunta sa London. Tapos habang nasa train talaga ako nung during my first 2 weeks, hindi pa ako makapaniwala. As in, sobrang naiiyak ako every time I think about it because it really changed our life, especially with my husband na laging natatanggal sa trabaho. And sabi ko nga sa inyo, even if you're living in the UK or different place like in Europe, dumadaan kami din ng financial difficulty
Oo.
because we don't want to be someone na nanghihiram ka ng pera, 'di ba? You thrive. And
True.
kami, we really wanted something na of course yung kahit hindi ka super yaman, basta okay na kami na naalagaan namin yung anak namin. Kasi dito naman sa UK maraming free, but then you also need to look at, gusto mo rin na meron kang, pinagtatrabahuhan, ganyan.
Correct.
But we didn't rely on that. We wanted to have our own jobs na kung saan bibigyan kami ng tamang buhay. And Amazon have really given us that. We were able to also pay some of our loans.
No.
So we were up to date with most of the things na gusto naming meron. We were able to also pay for our ticket back in the Philippines, which was just recently. Nagstay kami dyan sa Philippines.
Oh, that's
And
amazing.
yeah, and this time you don't need to borrow from anyone
And
because
kumbaga, because of all these good things that you can purchase, all the things that are happening from you, yung pinakang source mo is as an Amazon VA and PPC VA.
yes.
Okay.
And you didn't stop from there. This time, and with the help of FPPCM coach D, I really wanted to have an agency. I want to put up an agency where I can also help fellow Filipino people who also looking for a good job. Because sometimes I feel like with my batch, I love my batch, and I try to help them. I try to actually coach them. But minsan siguro unlucky sa mga clients or hindi natatanggap. Hindi ko naman puwedeng sabihin na swertihan lang dito. Because for me, it's really what you believe. It's all in the
Yeah.
mindset,
Your law of attraction,
your
how
law of attraction. And if you
mm-mm.
really believe that this is for you, then there's no one stopping you from getting what you want. And for me, yun ang lagi kong tinuturo. And also, I'm coaching some of Amazon VAs and PPC that I wanted to go bring back to the community what I learned and just help them. So some of them I was able to put to pinch with one of my clients. So nandoon sila, sinasama ko sila sa meeting so they can also understand how to speak to an Amazon seller. So, bigyan natin ng tulong,
Mm.
lalo na yung mga nasa Amazon Nation na bigyan natin sila ng lakas ng loob para mas makita nila that this is what they want. And to be honest with you, looking back, this is just one of the very blessing that I got, that it really changed not only financially, but changed the life for my son because I know I have more time with him because as a stay-at-home, work from home
Mm.
mom. And then also with my husband, bago siya dumating ng 5 PM, well, minsan hindi ako nakaluto, minsan siya nagluluto, pero nandito ako sa bahay.
Yes.
It really changed a lot, and I wanted to learn more, to get more. I would also can see myself as a vision is I wanted to build up an agency with PPC gurus or PPC managers because dito sa UK parang gusto nila ng mga Amazon sellers dito ng mga British is situated dito. Kasi parang mas nakaka-trust sila. So, tingin ko kaya kong makahanap ng mga clients, and then um, sa agency na yon are all Filipinos
Filipinos.
who also wants to find clients na mababait. Kasi alam naman natin minsan, they can be a bit, very demanding.
Mm.
But I wanted to help the community as much as I can. At the moment, if you're asking me, I think siguro nasa mga, I'm earning around 220. Um,
220,000 pesos?
Yes,
Oh my
pesos.
gosh, nasa iyo na po
Around
ang
that
corona.
much, praise God. Kasi, active pa rin ako sa Upwork. I think you need to leave the Upwork open, eh. Actually, nagtuturo ako paano how to be on page one. One of the things I do, I'll give you a tip, is to make sure or para siyang PPC, eh. When you, search a keyword, 'di ba, lumalabas kung nasaang page ka, 'di ba? Malalaman mo. Sa Upwork gano'n din. For example, you go to the search, look for, a job or look or hire someone sa Upwork, tama ba 'yun? If I go
Mm,
to Upwork, and then doon sa search, lagyan mo ng Amazon PPC or PPC expert. And
PPC
then try to
expert.
find your, dun sa search na yun, try to find where you are. Tapos what I did, dun, siyempre wala ako sa page one. Nasa mga page 5 ako that time. No, sorry, page 7 ako that time.
Hmm,
What I did is to copy the title of the page one top one.
okey. So, just copy lang talaga tapos from
Yeah,
there napunta ka sa page 1?
page 4 actually.
Page
Page 4.
4.
Oo,
That's a
medyo
good
umangat.
app.
Yeah, that's one of the tip that's a PPC mindset as well. Kailangan sino yung
Top
gagayahin.
ranking ka, nasa page 1 ka.
Yeah,
Easy na
it's just
ma-search.
like you're targeting those that already up in the market and just copy what they do. And then but of course, you have to believe that you can beat them or compete with them. So that's what I did, and by God's grace, I always have invites. Kasi 'pag nag-invite sa Upwork minsan pasok ka na, eh, 'no? So, even while I was in the Philippines for vacation, there were 2 clients that actually look out for me dahil yung Upwork ko active. So, make your Upwork active kahit na meron ka ng iba pang mga gigs. Because sometimes matututo ka rin, and I want to also hold or manage different brands. Kaya gusto ko nandun pa rin ako, updated pa rin ako sa mga ibang klaseng iba-ibang catalogs or iba-ibang brands. So, that's very important. And make sure your LinkedIn are very active.
As well, yeah.
Because your LinkedIn will definitely link you to people. Kasi imagine you're already speaking to brand owners. Yan na sila. Agency owners. I had two clients, two Amazon agency owners who actually messaged me straight on LinkedIn. Actually, nagtatanong yung isa kong friend, si Kiano. Sabi niya, ate, ba't ang active-active mo makahanap? To be honest, hindi ako naghahanap. It's just that
Sila ang nakakahanap sa'yo.
but the goal, the secret, Nina, is to optimize your Upwork and your LinkedIn account.
LinkedIn, okey.
Because those are two things na ang Amazon are also active, or Amazon sellers and Amazon agency owners are very active. Kasi hindi ko magamit yung online jobs, di ba? So for us who are outside the Philippines na gusto ng more bigger salary, you go straight with agencies, you go straight with owners. Yan yung mga
Owners.
top tips ko.
Uy, thank you so much, May, with that, Pero curious ako, 'di ba sa Upwork kailangan may connects? So, do you also parang invest sa connects? Do you buy connects as well?
Yes. Yeah, one of them is, hi Keanu. So, si Keanu talagang sabi niya, "Do you think I need to invest?" Yes. That's just $10. Let's say meron kang sumisweldo ka na sa isang magandang, client na meron ka ng isa o dalawang agency and gusto mo pa rin mag-side gig sa mga Amazon sellers, I think $10 is not, big. I mean, you can actually invest that monthly. Nagbago na kasing Upwork kasi dati 'di ba, wala namang gano'ng kalaking, and also nagbi-bid ako. If I really
Job
like the
post?
job post and nakikita ko na very challenging or something that meron akong edge, then nagbi-bid ako.
Okay.
So,
How
those
many
2
connects 'yon?
um, Kasi 80 connects kapag, member ka, eh.
Mm.
So, that's really a lot. That's really a lot. Unless nagbi-bid ka ng mga 30, minsan nakapag-bid na ako ng 30, sabi ko, "Sige, 30 ko na 'to." Pero binabalik ng Upwork yung connect kapag hindi ka na nanalo.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Thank you so much, May. No, I'm getting a lot of wisdom tips from you,
Oh,
not
thank
just in life, but in optimizing profiles as well. Parang sobrang up to date, 2023, 2022 hack yung ginagawa mo on finding a clients. And I love how you share your story. Sobrang story time yung the way you share it to us, lalo na I like na sinasabi mo na you should be confident when speaking to clients. Like, kasi if not, 'di ba, if you parang nag-hesitate ka or something, parang gano'n na din ang mafe-feel ng clients. So, 'di ba, it really all starts with us. Sige. So, for those people naman na who doesn't have any experience or aspiring Amazon VAs na talagang na-inspire na sa story ni May, please check the description box below. There's a link there where you can, download our ebook. Just type in your name and email. Now, mabalik tayo sa'yo, May. Before we end this interview, I wanna ask, what's your ultimate advice for those people na may mga doubts pa, or mga mommies, may mga, may edad na kahit 50s who are still, 'di ba, hesitant in taking this career path? What's your advice for them?
Okay. First thing na lumabas sa mind ko, "Wag niyo na ituloy kung hanggang ngayon may doubt pa kayo."
Yan ang real
Sorry.
talk.
Real talk yun kasi you're just going to waste your time. But if you have already stepped up and you wanted to change your life, you have to sign up now. Because that time I did not doubt because I knew what I wanted. And if you already knew what you wanted, you already know in your mind that you wanted to financially be free, which I am experiencing now, and I've shared my story. And then you wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Kung ikaw mom, kung single ka naman, you can start this now so that you can be financially, you can buy anything you want. You can have a condo after when you're 30. So
Wow.
might as well do this because it's ano sa akin eh, limitless. Limitless ang client. I just saw one of Nikki B's message na sa Facebook page natin. And she said, ano, ang dami ng ASVA, ang dami ng sumali. Ubus na ba yung mga clients? Of course not. 1 million ang nag-sign up.
Mm.
And more Amazon sellers are actually joining.
Yes,
To be
mas
honest,
maraming sellers pa nga kaysa sa VAs.
yes. And as an agency naman, ang dami kong nakitang bagong mga agency na nagsusulputan lately. Meaning, there are a lot of opportunities. Tayo na lang ang magsasawa.
Tayo
And
na lang inaantay.
at tayo na lang ang hindi nagse-step up.
Mm.
So for those who are doubting up to now, I think you really make up your mind as quickly as possible. Alam mo, madalas kong sinishare ang Amazon Nation. Akala nila nung una networking. Networking ba? Kasi nag-networking na rin ako eh.
Mm.
Pero I said to them, and most of the momshies who are staying at home, lahat talaga sinishare ko to because this is where you can see yourself. Ikaw na ang susuko sa trabaho. And sometimes, to be honest, some of my work mates and fellow ASVA and PPC, alam nila nagtatrabaho kahit gabi because ang clients talaga hindi nauubos. And for me, tayo na lang ang kailangang tumayo at make it a habit na once you say yes now, you don't
Mm.
wanna look back.
There's no
And
turning back.
there's no turning back. Once you started the module again, make sure that kahit anong atake ng pagkabigo, and by the way, ang dami kong rejections, hindi ko nabanggit, no?
Mm.
So, you will find out na hindi naman yung rejection ang magsasabi kung successful ka o hindi. It's more to do with your satisfaction now. If you're really satisfied now, I still get rejection even using Upwork. If I do,
Normal to get rejected.
yeah. But make sure, please, that when you say yes, you are also ready for all the challenges that you're gonna go through. But make it an inspiration that most of us who are up here, or I don't want to say up there, kasi marami pa akong gustong gawin eh.
Mm,
Lahat kami galing sa rejection. Even Liz Aquino, isn't
yeah,
it?
she's been there.
She's been there, all of us. So, kahit konting mga pagkabigo, wag kayong babalik. Kasi yun ang greatest regret nyo. And at my age, I'm turning 50 this year. I have the best moment of my life compared to my career last few years ago. When I started, I just enjoyed doing it every day. Because if you love marketing, you love branding, and this is where sometimes you think na pag empleyado ka, never ka napapansin because you have so many creative ideas, but you wanted to go through that creative idea. This is it. Because as a PPC and Amazon VA, you are the consultant. You are the one who will build that brand. And kung creative ka, go for this. Kasi ngayon ko na, yung creative juice ko at my age, ang dami pang lumalabas. And I just love that. Nagagamit yung mind ko. So for elders, hindi pa naman tayo elders, pero those people who are like to build a brand, ngayon ko nagagamit to. And I'm so thankful for this kind of job na hindi ako sinasabihan na pangit yan. As an Amazon VA and Amazon expert, PPC master, you are even heard. Pinakikinggan tayo. And for me, I am enjoying the time of my life now.
Nice. That is so inspiring. And I felt, the emotions that came sa heart mo, how your life changed, how your son's life changed, even in your husband from, 'di ba, having the financial freedom, even visiting the Philippines and buying the things that you want. It all the source ay pagiging isang Amazon VA PPC manager who is based on UK. And question ko then, what's your inspirational message for those who want to niche down or specialize as a PPC manager or VA? Na feeling nila, nako, baka mahirap to, ganon, and 'di ba, like FPPCM is there naman.
Well, inspirational message would probably be PPC is really the backbone of a successful Amazon business, and you want to be where you want to be there. You want to see that brand competing with the other brands, and that for me is like ano yun, is like you're addicted. Para siyang drugs.
Okay.
Nasa isip ko yun eh. Para siyang ano, it's like imagine if you're handling a brand and you're so small competing with other big brands, and then FPPC will be the one that can help you and strategize for that brand to be visible. I think that's one of the best thing where I wanted to be. And if you would like, just like me, you're addicted to branding, then you should be there.
You should be there. And I can see that you are enjoying, specializing as a PPC manager. Okay, thank you so much, May. You have been giving us so much value and wisdom. This is like one of the best interviews I had. I love
Wow,
listening to your stories. Thank you so much. And my
thank
last
you.
question to you is, are you a proud FPPCM member?
I am a proud FPPCM member and a proud ASVA graduate.
Thank you so much. And thank you guys for watching. See you next time in our ASPA success stories. Bye. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching until the end of this video. And if you want to watch more videos like this, Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification button here on our YouTube and also follow our pages on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. It's Amazon Nation PH and connect with us on LinkedIn. See you!